And croissants, the support little one.
Couples of croissants. Whoa, no, Benny, this is not...
I really like meeting up for breakfast and the ideas of lots of croissants and coming together, and you're half asleep and you sort of gradually wake up with everybody.
One of the really nice things we do with the children is to encourage all of the meeting to join in for an all-age worship, and that happens, generally speaking, 3 or 4 times perhaps a year. That's preceded very popularly by breakfast.
I've got some wire for stems, and for those of you who are not familiar, I've got this lovely foam. The reason we decided to start all-age worship in our meeting was because we were concerned that the children were actually hearing very little ministry, because often there isn't that much ministry at the beginning of meeting for worship while it's all settling down. Have a look at these, because these might inspire you. So what we do is we have a theme, and then we'll do usually creative, arty, crafty type activities linked to the theme. And then we sit down and we have usually about a half an hour meeting for worship with the children. And we found that that really helps them to find their way into Quaker worship. I'm just doing the background, that's why I'm grabbing at things.
I really like all-age worship. I would never think it was justified spending the time sitting down trying to paint a flower, but I really like doing that when it's all-age worship.
And then after the activities, we have perhaps a half an hour in sitting in silent worship in a circle with the produce, or the craft work or whatever of that morning's session in front of us. And it's always very impressive to see what the children and the adults have made together during the morning.
We share what we've done and what we've got out of the morning, and that's really nice, because the children, well, no, everybody's often got quite important but sort of simple things out of it.
And it's just the joy of what we've made, so simple. Sometimes they're just drawings and paintings and collecting things. And it's like giving Thanksgiving, or thank you, for the world, our immediate world around us.
In the West Bank of Palestine, quite near Jenin, which we have quite a strong group of teenagers within our meeting at the moment. A mosque group. We have a special meeting for them once a month. Attendance varies between sort of 4 or 5, and sometimes potentially we may get as many as, we've probably got 11 or 12 teenagers who come sometimes to meeting.
The world's being ruled by people with guns, and really we should be doing it by discussion and stuff.
Yeah, they tend to be quite small gatherings because I think particularly teenagers have various other commitments such as Sunday football and Lions.
Particularly young people, and to arrange communication between them. We work on the same kind of themes that we will work on with the younger children, but hopefully at a more adult level.
Quaker Camp is our opportunity to live as Quakers together, which is an enormous privilege. We lead a very simple life. We start off with a field that has nothing, hopefully quite flat, and there may be a water source from a cattle trough. So everything is built from there. Everything is constructed. So we cook on a wood stove, we sleep in tents, we dig lats. Everything is very simple and very basic.
Well, everyone comes together and they bring all their tents. Everyone sleeps in a big camp, and then they all wake up, and then there's a dinner bell and a breakfast bell, and they ring that, and everyone comes in and eats together, and then you just get to know loads of other people from different Quaker places.
It's basically just to have a fun time, and often there are activities like dressing up or something, or or something again to do with a topic or something.
Oh, it's absolutely wonderful because it's living Quaker life in the Quaker spirit. From morning, noon and night you are in community.
I'm a musician, and music is very much on the periphery of Quaker worship. But music is about vibration, and that's perceived orally. But in a meeting, there's all sorts of vibration going on. There's all sorts of energy in the room. It's a kind of music of all of its own. Music doesn't mean anything without silence. You know, silence is the frame for music. So I really don't have a problem with there not being any music in sort of centrally as a central part of Quaker worship.
In the events I've been involved with young Quakers, even from children's meeting, where there's often a lot of music and noise and performance, all related to Quaker themes, it's certainly a very good way of engaging young people.
We have a Christmas concert every year, and that's when anyone from Quakers can do a performance. It might be jokes, or you can play your instrument, which is what I do every year, or you could read a poem or something like that.
I found that Watford meeting was very friendly and very welcoming, but I think in a way you get a sense that people are quite self-contained sometimes.
I think if you've been to meeting for a long time, it is easy to be very comfortable with knowing a lot of people. And I think we have to be mindful that new attenders and visitors need to be welcomed. And I hope that does happen.
I do think that we have to become more outward looking than we are.
People talk about outreach, whether Quakers could publicise themselves a bit more. And I think that, again, not an easy thing to do, but it would be good if more people knew what Quakers were.
I think Quakers are sometimes a bit reluctant to blow their own trumpet. I think Quakerism has some very important messages, not only through our traditional sort of the peace testimony, but also in terms of the values, the materialistic values of our age, and the fact that many people don't see traditional religion as providing an answer. And I think that's something that we should be more ready to speak about and invite people to come and join us and talk with us and find out about us.